Is it crystal clear? How in this short life did you find all the answers? Can you see the future? Is it crystal clear? How in this short life did you find so many answers? I choose to fight. I won't give up on life. I choose to fight. I won't give up on life. I'd rather be naive and learn to fall with grace, not tense, brittle with fear. Open eyes, face my mistakes. I'd rather be naive, dare to care and to create, moved by each encounter, contaminate, collaborate. Oh, you know how it's all going to pan out, don't you?
Hello, hello, hello. It's the lying streamer. I said I was gonna be back on like Wednesday, and then I didn't come back on Wednesday. But I also said I would be back at the latest, probably on Saturday. And then I also was not here on Saturday. So, give me 1 second. I'm gonna close my window really quick. All right. Well, you know, I had a good reason. I was a little bit busy. I mean, Halloween was on Friday, so we did a little Halloween thing, and on Wednesday, Auntie Basement was a little sick, a little under the weather, so I had to take care of all of that. Hey, how's it going? How are you? It's been a while. But I have I've just been busy this week, so I'm just going to pick up where I left off and finish this page. Let's swap over. Oh no! Oh, there it is. Okay, I thought my overlay was broken. Yeah, I've got this page to finish, and I do think that this one. Yeah, it's this one here. Do you think this is a little odd here? Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. It is the second day of Dia de los Muertos, so you know it's a special day, and it's a little bit I guess like bittersweet. You know, there's good and bad that comes with that, but I'd say mostly good right now. Mostly good. I'm feeling all right. I'm excited to get back into this these storyboards and just get them finished up, because I wanted to be a little bit farther ahead than I am now, and so that just makes me go. I need to get on my grind set, my Sigma grind set, and really work hard on some of these pages. But I've had a lot of fun with them. The only reason I haven't been working on them is just because I've had a lot of stuff to do, and I have really liked streaming all of these pages. So I'm just trying to document it all. The whole idea with this is to just kind of capture how much the art has changed from about a year and a half ago. Actually, it's almost 2 years. It's like a year and 10 months. So I want to be able to see for myself later on, but also anybody who cares to watch how far it's come. So yeah, I really like drawing or redrawing the first chapter, and I do feel like it's gotten a lot better. Did I even... What am I doing? I'm not even drawing on the right layer. Hey, that's what is it? That like artist ADHD brain. Just start doing and don't think about what you're doing until after. At least I didn't get that far into it. That was like a solid 2 minutes of talking, maybe? Yeah. Okay. We just, we start again. We go again. Okay. So apparently, my wife's work has sewer water or something. It's like flooding and they have to go home. I don't totally know, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know what to say about that. It's like, imagine going into work and then it's just like filled with sewer water. And it's also supposed to be like a pretty classy place, you know? Like, someone's got their like first date going on there or something and it's filled with sewer water. I don't know. That's gotta be that's gotta be a first date that's not going anywhere. Or maybe like a 50th anniversary date or something. It's kind of like faux classy, where like if you live in the area, you're like, oh, there's better places around. But if you're not from the area, you're like, whoa, this place is crazy. This place is so cool. And it's not that it's not cool. It's just that if you live here, it's maybe a little played out. But, you know, there are parts of it that are cool, like the part that my wife works at. And these aren't my words. These are not my words. Okay? Let's see. I feel like I've got a lot to talk about. And I gotta figure out where to start. Well, I guess I was talking about how I'm a filthy liar. Because I said I was going to stream Thursday or at the latest Saturday, and then I didn't. But Auntie Basement was feeling a little sick, so that was Thursday. I was like, I guess I'm just not going to stream on Thursday. It's okay. I said I would stream on Saturday. And then Friday comes around, and it is Halloween. And I had a little, like, crafting night with friends here. And, nobody got, like, plastered or sick or anything like that. It wasn't anything like that. But there was just enough that we're like, you know, we've got some really, really close friends that we love. And it might just be more fun and safe if they just don't drive home. And we just, like, have a little movie night because we have a nice couch that they can stay on. So that's what we did. And I think everybody but me had something to do right away in the morning. Like, somebody was visiting their sister, somebody had to go to work, somebody, actually, I guess that's not true. Two people had things to do, and then I just hung out with somebody, for a little bit. And let's see, what was I about to say? Oh, the vibe the next day, I was kind of like, Saturday, the day I was gonna stream, I was like, well, I was gonna stream, but if like people are hanging out, or like I'm kind of like the host of this unexpected like sleepover thing, like I can't just be like, well, you know, sorry guys, I'm gonna go stream. Fuck you. So that's why I didn't stream. It's a long-winded story that doesn't really go anywhere and doesn't really explain away my horrible crimes of lying to my stream of a max of 3. But anyways, I plead not guilty. I shouldn't be drawing that yet. So that's been that. Oh man, they're closing the place down apparently. That's crazy. Sewer water. Sewer water. Love that sewer water, man. What would we do without it? So Halloween happened. Had a fun Halloween. Had one of my better Halloweens, which is nice. Not really what I expected this Halloween to be like when I was thinking about this year early on, but you know, I'm happy with the way it turned out. No complaints from me. It's also today, this is the second day, like I said, of Dia de los Muertos. So it's a little bittersweet, but you know, my approach to it has always kind of just been like, it's a celebratory day, and you can have like 1 or 2 moments throughout the day, you know, in private where you're maybe a little emotional, but like it's a celebratory day because I think it's better to celebrate the lives of people rather than feeling upset. You know, it's like nobody wants a holiday where people just feel upset. So I try not to take it that way. I should just turn this off. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit better for me to do this. So, you know, I've got some candles lit. I'm doing all right. Like I said, I'm pretty excited to just draw this. If this is the first time that you're watching any of this, and this isn't particularly interesting right this second, just because I haven't gotten to anything too crazy yet. But like, this panel was a lot of fun. I'm just kind of drawing a skull right now. But I'm redrawing my chapter 1 because I drew my first chapter of Cannibal about 1 year and 10 months ago, like I said, and it wasn't, that was kind of terrible, wasn't it? It wasn't like horrible or anything, but I had no idea what I was doing when it comes to making comics. So I did it knowing one day I will remake this properly, but this is just going to kind of teach me how to make comics, and I will be able to redo it and be very happy with it some other time. But for now, just do the damn thing, and we'll learn as we go. And so that's what I did. Now I know what I'm doing a little bit, and so I want to print out some chapters of Cannibal. And what better one to start with than 1? But oh wait, 1 sucks right now, so I remake it. and then I can print it out, and it's awesome, and it's great, and I can point people to the rest of the comic, which is available to read for free at salmonhouse.art/cannibal. But I think it's going pretty well so far. I'm really happy with how far I've progressed so far, or I guess like how much my art has changed over the past year and a half, because I don't think that I would have gotten this far. It wasn't my expectation to get this good at this point. And again, like a long road ahead of me. I'm not trying to go like I'm the shit now. But one of the main reasons to create this channel in the first place was to just document the progress of like learning to draw better and like trying to make a story that I'm really passionate about, and just what that whole process looks like. What was my mindset looking at that time? And then what I do with that beyond that point, I don't know. Who cares, you know? I think the point is just record it now, document it now. What we do with it later is what we do with it later. Maybe it becomes something, maybe it doesn't, you know? That's not the point right now. So, I'm having fun with it. I'm pretty happy with where it is right now. And I have just been dying to get into a stream and just start drawing some of this stuff, because again, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. What else is going on? I have a good amount to talk about, but also I immediately forget when I hit start streaming. But oh, I know. I got some. So I've been doing some art markets. Recently. Oh man, the sewer water. Yeah, I don't know, man. Sewer water at the fancy spot. That's not the move. I wouldn't have done it that way. If I had a fancy spot that I opened up, I probably wouldn't put sewer water in front of my customers. But that's me, you know. I don't run those kinds of joints, so you know, I could be saying some rookie shit right now. Okay, so I've been doing some art markets, and you know, I said I'd be making some videos to, you know, update y'all on how it's going, and I haven't made a lot of those videos yet because I don't know the angle to take on it just yet, because I haven't quite figured it out. The markets have not gone that well. I've not made a lot of money, and it's kind of got me, like, I won't lie, I am a little discouraged by it. But at the same time, I spent a ton of money to get this stuff printed and to have a good setup and to give this my all. So, like, I don't want to just be like, this sucks, I'm not selling stuff, I'm gonna give up. Because I'm like, yo, I spent way too much money to just take the loss. I gotta try a little more. Maybe it's the sunken cost fallacy going on there. I don't know. But I do want to keep trying. But it is a little discouraging because I think only one has gone well. Like, I've done an art walk, and that has been the best one so far. And my impression of it was that it probably wasn't even like one of the best art walks, that maybe it was a bit slow. All that being said, I'm kind of wondering if the economy is just so freaking bad that people just don't want to buy art right now. And it's not that I suck and I'm the worst person in the world and everybody can see it. It's more that, like, this is just not really the time where people want to be buying art. But there's a lot of other factors going on. Like, it's also the end of summer, and some of these outdoor markets, like, people don't really want to be out in the cold. And I get it, you know? I didn't want to be out there either. But I guess, like, I do have to kind of think about some of this stuff a little bit more, figure out what I can do better. I mean, I have been making some small changes throughout to try to make improvements. But it's just so hard to really know if, like, it makes a difference or not, you know? So that has been the thing on my mind recently, is those art markets. And so I guess I wonder if there are people out there kind of experiencing the same thing. Like, I might be starting to do these art markets at, like, literally the worst possible time. Like, I have opened a business in January of 2020, you know, type of vibe. So I don't know. I don't want to just, like, chalk it up to me, like, not doing well because I suck. Or also because, like, these markets themselves aren't good markets or something. You know what I mean? And part of why I'm, like, a little bit reluctant to do that is because I hear from people at these markets, they're like, oh man, this one didn't go too well. That's weird, because normally they're pretty poppin', they're pretty good. And, you know, they meet me for the first time, and they're like, oh, your stuff would do really well here. I love this, I like that. You know, and it's not like I'm getting these compliments aplenty all the time. I'm not, like, buttering myself up here. Like, I've just heard this stuff from a few people here and there. And so I'm not trying to say that I'm deserving of so much more or anything like that, or that, like, it must be the economy. What I am trying to say is that there's a lot of factors at play here, and I just don't know. There's no way for me to know. And so when you're in a situation like that, it is really it's hard not to be discouraged. But at the same time, you know, it is hard to point at any one thing, to know for sure what it is, because, like, it could also literally just be, I've had just bad luck. I've just had some bad luck, and it's just not worked out. And that could just be it. It could be none of the things that I've said. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of the things that's been on my mind, is that I just don't know how to contextualize some of this stuff. So I feel like part of it is just, like, keep trying and get more data, and maybe we'll figure it out then, you know? Maybe we'll figure out what the problem is then with some more info. But I'm not, like, you know, I'll get a little bit upset about it, but also I'm not getting hung up on it. Like, I'll let myself be upset for a little bit about it, and, you know, have my little hissy fit internally. I'm not yelling at anybody. And then I'm like, all right, dude, get back on the horse and put your smile back on, and we go again. So that's what I've been doing. One thing that was discouraging me for real was that I've applied to a good amount of markets, and I just don't hear back from a lot of them. There's like 3 markets that consistently do stuff, and they are very consistent about getting back to you and at least telling you, sorry, not this time, or yes, you're welcome to come in, you know? And I appreciate that. It's kind of like a job, you know, offer. It's like, hey, at least let me know that I didn't get the job, you know, so I don't have to keep this in the back of my mind, going, I'm not sure where that's at. But I said that, and then like a day later, 2 days later, I got accepted into another one in early December. And I mean, this one's got me a little nervous too because it's a totally new one. I don't think they've ever done one. I think they put on events, but I don't know if they've ever done an art market. So I'm a little wary about it, but also, like, if it goes well, it's pretty cool to be one of the first people to get in, you know? But I'm also, like, I'm aware that that's also a little bit of wishful thinking. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, identify and establish the form of the skull a little bit. Like, this part's a little undefined, right? Not a whole lot going on here. Damn, God forgot his mirror shades at home. I don't know what it is about the song, but I really like this song. Clipping in general is pretty good. Pretty good. I didn't realize that he was the guy from Hamilton. He was in Hamilton. I'm not really a Hamilton guy. I never really watched it, but interesting nonetheless, you know, not something I expected. All right, we start putting in these tones. We start figuring it all out. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I mean, I think I said this last time, so take it how you will. But I do really want to stream a lot more. The main reason is this. It's not anything more than I am having a lot of fun redrawing chapter 1, and because of the unique situation that redrawing chapter 1 is, I'm able to stream it comfortably. And I'm not really able to stream comfortably the other chapters. And so it's like, it's a limited amount of pages that I can stream. I also want to get it done quick. And the fun that I'm having doing it is like worth it alone to just like spend this time streaming. So I want to stream a lot more, specifically just so I can draw this a lot more. Like I want to do more. And I'm gonna turn this down just a bit. I select this here and that there. I don't know, that looks like maybe 40 on the outside. You know, then, oh no, 60 wasn't it? 60. Then I don't know, I'm just having more fun. And that's all I want to do with this streaming stuff, is just have some fun while I'm doing it. So so I am, and so I will try to keep doing this more often. But yeah, it's just kind of like there's been some unusual time consuming restraints that wouldn't normally happen. Like if you've seen some of my other videos, you know I'm not currently employed and I'm looking for something. So it's not like I'm working 40 hours or anything. But the last few days have felt like very busy for me. Let's move this over more. There we go. Same with you. Maybe. Okay, I think it did. So that has been my most recent life. I have some ambitions that I am trying to move forward with. Maybe they'll work out. Maybe they won't. Who cares? I'm just gonna try. I've been trying really hard at all of them. That is what I will say. I've been trying very hard with all of them. I think harder than I ever have. I've never tried to sell at so many art markets. I've never tried to make as many videos on this channel as I have recently. Like, I've got basically one every day. I didn't have one on Halloween. That was intentional. I just figured not a lot of people were gonna be online. May as well just skip the day for now. Also, I've been trying pretty hard to get a job. It's just a tough market out there right now. So it's more luck than it probably ever has been. You know, there's just so many factors. Like, I have seen maybe 4 or 5 jobs where I'm like, damn, I would be perfect at, like, you're asking for all of the stuff that I'm good at, all the stuff that I'm really, really good at doing for companies, and they'll still just, like, either never contact me or they'll just go with somebody else. And, like, you know, obviously I'm not entitled to any job or anything like that, but I feel like with some of the stuff that I've seen, also you'll see a lot of jobs that just get, like, taken down. They'll never hire anybody. That happens too. And again, I'm not entitled to any particular thing, but yeah, it's just crazy to see a lot of jobs where I'm like, well, not a lot, but this amount of jobs that I've been like, oh, I'm actually, like, perfect for this. Like, this sounds really good. I've done something exactly like this. And there's also, like, a benefit to me taking this job, not just because it's a job, but because, like, this would be a step forward for me. But yeah, you know, just haven't gotten any of those opportunities yet. And there's like one I've got my eye on pretty seriously. But I just still haven't heard anything from them, you know? So I don't know. I've been trying pretty hard with that stuff too. But also, like, as much as it's been a bunch of L's, it is really nice to say something like that and mean it really earnestly. Like, I have never tried harder to do any of this stuff and just be, like, 100% serious. Like, I have, like, yeah, I've just done so much better at this stuff than I ever have, even if it's not going particularly well. I thought this was not supposed to be on this playlist because it keeps getting lagged. I don't know. Wait, what is this? No, that's fine. All right, really quick, I will be right back.
What if all the worlds in space would melt into one single place and intertwine the human race with other kinds? The atom is an empty vase, a vehicle to no embrace. The way you feel, the way you taste, it multiplies. So much to share, so much to share. When all material scatters and ashes amplify, the only place that matters is by your side. What if all the time between the words we say and what we mean so much to share. When our material scatters and ashes amplify, the only place that matters is by your side.
Okay, alright. We're back. They closed the fancy place. Sent Auntie home. So, she'll be in here some point soon. I just have to send something over her way. Make sure this is correct. Yeah. Cool. So anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, like, yeah, it does feel good to at least be like, oops. Taking all this stuff really seriously, working really hard at it, and even if I'm not seeing any success at this point, I know that, like, it all bears fruit eventually. So I'm not too pressed about it. I'm just gonna keep at it because like, worst case, it is just like a level of experience that I'll probably apply to something else. So yeah. And they're all pretty much options for me to eventually make money. So that's sick. That's cool. I like that. I like making money. Money is cool. Money is freaking cool. Let's see how this is gonna go. A little bigger. Maybe a little lighter. Yeah. Alright, yeah, that's cool. I wasn't sure how that was gonna look, but Alright. Yeah, we got it. We just have text, right? Do we have that ready? We don't have that text ready. What's wrong with me? Also, this is not right. This needs to be a little lower. Anyways, what is the text that goes here? Not that. This. Yeah. Alright. Oops. And then we need the ellipses here. Is that what they're called? Why does that feel wrong? I don't know. Oh, I wasn't sure what these lines were for a second. I was like, what the hell? It's just from when I moved this jaw out a little bit. It's definitely protruding a lot more than it needed to. Okay, alright. Now, shouldn't this one be first? Yeah, it should. Wait. Oh, no. No, it shouldn't. I'm an idiot. I'm a fool, in fact. It's this. This is the one. Alright. I need that. It needs to be way down there. And you need to be up here. Cool. So we need 3 layers for it, I think. Right? And we need that too. Cool. Cool. Let's get our regular brush back. And then I think we just want some parallel lines for now. Oh, I'm drawing with white. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? I'm just gonna do that. Alright. Let's make this a little bit thinner. This doesn't look right. What am I thinking about doing here? I think I do this and this, and then I do that and that. Yes, okay. Confusing my own damn self. All right. We can get rid of that now. And that's good enough for that. And that's pretty much the whole background. Cool. All right. So I didn't draw a little ear here. He needs a little ear. My little fella needs a little ear. Let's see. What else is going on? Crazy stuff in the news. And I won't talk too much about it, but just because I don't really want to get into a doom and gloom about it, but I will say 2 things. 1, Election Day is in 2 days. So you should go out and vote if you haven't. Even if you don't think it's important, you should. You should, because it is it's a good experience for you at the very least to open up the pamphlets or go online and see the pamphlets that are available, or I guess like the info that they give on everybody. And read through it and understand who's running for what, and do your best to make an informed decision. Because especially if you do not care. If you do not care about it, right? This is why I would encourage you to do more. This is why I would encourage you to do it more so. Because if you make a decision that you might actually regret or disagree with later on, that's a good experience for you to just kind of understand like how things might have played out. And you might already feel like your one vote didn't really matter, wouldn't have changed the difference. But there you go. It's a good experience anyways. So I encourage you to do that. I think it's such a good experience that it's life-changing for people, and they don't realize it. So, am I drawing on the right layer? I am. So go out and vote. More so if you are in a big city. Lots of big cities are having some pretty important elections. But yeah, I think the really important stuff about it all. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry about that. What's important to know is A, who might already have the position right now, right? What are they saying they might do or won't do or whatever, right? And then, you know, what jurisdictions based off of where you live are you voting for? Like which ones are, like, what districts are you voting for? You should know that. You should figure that out. You should know that. You might forget by that time the next election comes around. That's okay. That's not a big deal. You know, unless you live in a place for a really long time, you might not have that memorized. You don't need to. You can always look it up and stuff. But it is good to know, especially around this time. So then, like, when certain important things change or happen, you know if it affects you. So good to know that. I'm not telling anybody how to vote. But what I will say is, don't just go and make it easy on yourself by going, oh, who currently has it? Well, they must be doing a good enough job now. I'll just pick them. At the very least, like, read who they're running against, what that other person has to say, because there's nothing wrong with change. And if what that other person is trying to change aligns with what you believe, then, you know, go for them instead. But yeah, I've definitely had moments where I'm like, I'm definitely not the person that's like, always change, always flip the script. Because there have been some times where I'm like, well, I don't like what's currently going on, and then I read who is running against them and what they have to say, and I'm like, wow, I would be terrified to have this person run this particular position. So, you know, it's good both ways. The other thing I wanted to say regarding the state of the world is, if you are able, if you have time, or if you have money, and you can donate to a food bank, or you can donate your time, people can really use that right now. Oh, did I just do all that on the wrong layer? What is wrong with me? So, I can fix this. I can fix this. Alright, so what I do is select all of that. How did I do that? I checked to see if I was drawing on the right layer. And then at some point I freaking swapped to the wrong layer. I don't know what I did. Anyways. Cut that out. Turn this layer back on. We paste. And then we merge these two. And now... Cool. Okay. Anyways. If you have time, if you are able to help those in need, the loss of SNAP benefits is a big deal for a lot of families. And so wherever you can or are able to support, there is probably a child who would be very, very grateful. So keep that in mind. A buddy and I might be donating some of our time and able bodies to help at a food bank. He's doing a food drive, which I think is really cool. So there's little small things that you can do, and I encourage people to try and to reach out to their local communities. And even if it's just like, you know what, man, my best friend's mom depends on this stuff, and she is not doing the best right now. Let me just, like, bring over a soup or offer to pick up Taco Bell or something. You know, even small stuff like that, man. Like, it means a lot to people. It means a lot. If you're ever one of those people that's like, I really want to be part of a community, You know, you have that whole problem where a lot of people want to be part of a community, but they don't want to sacrifice their time, their ability to really be a part of that community. That's kind of the first step. That's the first step for sure, is to do that. Is to, you know, reach out and help somebody else that needs it. And then, you know, those things come around over time. It might not feel like it, but they definitely do. So encourage you to do so. All right, we're nearly done with the line work for this panel here. This might look a little too tight, huh? Looks like it's really, really tight on them. Maybe just do something like that. And maybe thin that one out a little bit. And I think we get rid of this line too. Alright, and then this is black. This is black, that is black, right? No, that's gonna be filled, but it's not black. This is black. No, this is gonna be filled. Okay, alright. What color did I make his? Interesting, interesting, interesting. So I guess I do this. And I do that, and this, and that one too, and you. And the chin. And the pupil. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, that's going to be 80 on the tone. All right. Well, when we finish this one, and this panel next to it, we have a really cool one that's going to come up. It's the full body panel of Z here on the left, and then all of the animals. Let's just pull it up over here. This is the storyboard, and I'm really excited for it. Let's like turn it up a little bit. It's kind of a little jumbled up here with the way I've cut it out. But I just wanted to get the height of everybody ready. But I'm really excited for this page. I'm really excited for this page. I think it'll be a cool page to do. And honestly, in this chapter, that's not even close to being the coolest page. It's like that's not even close. So I'm super, super excited about working on this one. We're gonna throw 95, one of the darkest tones for those. And then I think we just do the skin tone and the walls. Although I do have to fix a little bit of his hair here on the chin. It's taking a second to load, but here we go. Sometimes this will happen. The magic wand tool kind of give you these weird little bits. So I think that if things keep going well, oh, I gotta turn this off. What am I doing? I think if things go well, I can actually get this one. Do I have a no? I don't have a foot out. Okay, I can get this one out. What's a generous estimate? I'm hoping for like mid-December. That would be amazing if I can get it out by mid-December. If I cannot, I will probably do January. Should be like right there. Let's get these walls. Mid-January. But I'm actually hoping that like I will have the next chapter done by then and out. I'll probably end up doing like very early February. Very early February, just because I want to give myself enough time to prep the chapter that follows. So 7's out now. 8 I want out February. This one out December. So this one first, December, right? And then February next. And then after that, having what's it called? Chapter 9. Chapter 9. And Chapter 9 I think is gonna be really fun. I'm really, 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 really excited for Chapter 9. So Chapter 9 will be I think this might just be, no, let's just do 40. Chapter 9 will introduce some really fun characters. I talked about this before, but that'll probably be April. So it's crazy to think that, because I'm like, oh, I have work done on that. So it's not like I'm thinking about this as if I've got it all in my head, but it's not written down anywhere, you know? Like, this stuff is on paper. It's just not in this form right here. So, for those reasons, I'm super excited, because I really want to show them off. But also, I think they will be like some of the most fun drawings that I've ever done. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I didn't freaking fill this in. It's just totally blank. Oh, look at me. I'm flailing everywhere. You know what? Actually, I got a better idea. I take this one and I lighten it up like crazy. And then that's good enough. Maybe. But I think also, so one thing I will say, 9, right? 9? Yeah, 9 is not doing a ton for the story immediately. It is kind of setting up some stuff later on. And then, but also under the guise of following the formula that's currently going on. And so that stuff will continue a little bit into 10, but 10 is actually going to continue the main plot a lot more. So 10 will even be a little better. I think if you're the type of person that likes, this is like frozen for me right now, I'm not gonna lie, but if you're the type of person that likes JoJo's Part 4, you would like Chapter 9. But if you're the type of person, oh yeah, this is frozen like for real. Oh, here we go. We're back. Okay. So what I was saying, sorry, my computer froze a little bit. If you're the type of person that likes JoJo's Part 4, then you would love Chapter 9. But if you're the type of person who really likes JoJo's Part 5 or Part... what is it? Part... what is it called? Part 3? Is it Part 3? Part 2 or 3? No, that's not it. No, it's... I'm trying to come up with a good analogy on the spot, and it's not working out the way I thought it did. I think it makes more sense to say something like, if you like JoJo's Part 4 or 5, you would like Chapter 9. But if you're somebody that likes Attack on Titan, At least like the story format. I'm not really talking about like the concepts. Then you would like chapter 10, because 10 is more about the main plot, but 9 is more about the individual characters. So, long-winded way to say freaking nothing. This guy doesn't say anything. Why do we watch him? You don't. This is almost done. I don't feel like putting it on the eyes ever really makes sense. Oh, that's over there. We don't want that. And then we want it here. All right, then we just do one more layer of this stuff here, just to darken it up a tiny bit. And then we'll move on. I think actually there needs to be text on this one here, so we'll add that in there too. Oh man, I just realized everything that I've been thinking I've not been saying out loud. Yeah, this page here was one of the only pages when I showed Auntie Basement. This sounds like I'm saying something like this page sucks or something. I'm not. I like this page. But it was one of the only ones where she was like, I like the other older one better. Which is fair. It's nothing wrong with that. Man, the Viagra boys are. I'm actually gonna just type this out because it's a placard. It needs. Whoops! Not that. No, nobody saw that. Nobody saw that happen. It needs to just be, yeah, like maybe just Ariel, something boring. But you know what? Ariel gets crapped on a lot, and it shouldn't get crapped on that much, because it's not that bad of a font. It's really not. All right. I think what I actually want is the perspective tool. Yeah. And then also, I think I just need free transform. Oh man. Does that look right? Am I a freak? What the hell? Oops. That's good enough for me, man. It's good enough for this fella. What are you saying though? What are you saying? Oh yeah. Okay. Let's align this in the center here. All right. Ow, I just bumped my elbow on the corner of my desk. My life is freaking ruined, dude. Like, why does my life freaking suck? Freaking bumped it, man. Okay, this isn't working out. There we go. There we go. And what goes here? You go here. So we want the same thing, but also, what is going on here? Delete that maybe. There we go. All right. 3 layers as well. A details layer. A character layer. Oops. Try typing 2 words at the same time. And then a background layer. Oh. I want to move faster, man. I want to move faster because I want to get more done today. Don't we all? How do I do this? I want to make sure I match it pretty well. No, yeah. I'm gonna go with what I was doing, but I'm just going to push this back farther. Yeah. And then we do this. And this. Nope, that's too thin. This. And that. And then you. But we want the rectangle, right? Yep. All we want to do, scooch you over a little bit till right about there. Yes. Okay, this is correct. And then you're moved over till here. Cool. And then all I'm gonna do is erase just what I need. Okay. So what's really happening is that he's gonna overlap a little bit farther. Okay. Constantly drawing a monkey skeleton too is it's not an easy feat, man. It's not an easy feat, but like I said before, he's one of the only characters that I made as a direct challenge to my drawing abilities. To like force myself to draw this stuff over and over again and learn how to draw it properly and all that good stuff. I didn't mean to say stuff. I didn't mean to say that. I promise. I'm not like Quirk Chungus or anything, man. Like that was just like it was an accident, man. It was a freaking accident. Oh, man. Yeah, honestly, I think the biggest challenge with streaming and drawing is that if you don't have something to talk about directly related to what you are drawing, or you're not talking to somebody, like whether that's in chat or that's just a friend that's like on a call with you or something. Good Lord. Is it hard to talk and draw at the same time at a like quick pace? That is not easy. Also, I do think that this needs to be longer. I need to like stretch it.
Was at the Cambridge Science Fair, and she was so impressed. I could make so many things catch on fire.
And so in some ways, I'm like streaming it because I want to talk. I want to stream this and be interesting somewhat, that people can stick around or whatever. Because I want to talk. I do feel like I move a little slower than I would if I just did this by myself. Frickin' streamer problems, I tell ya. This is why I say it's like harder than any blue collar job, right? That's true. I say streaming is harder than that. It's like harder than working in sewers and sewer water or something. I read that somewhere. Oh my god, draw a straight line. Alright. Yep. Okay. Alright, we got this. Okay. Cool. We're sick. We're golden. We're good. And femur's sitting in there. Look at this. Look at this. Who's this guy? Who's this freaking guy? He can draw straight lines like it's nothing now. This sound right here, that's constantly going through my brain. Alright, that might have been a straight line, but that was a horrible line. Maybe it's this one that sucks. Maybe you suck, and it's not me. Maybe it's just that you really suck, and I don't hate... No, I was gonna say I don't like you and that I hate you at the same time, but then I said I don't hate you, and I look like a fool online. Fuck!
I swear to God, you looked right at me.
What else? What else do I need to do for this? Am I on the right layer? I am on the right layer. Man, if I made that mistake a like third time. Ooh. Or is it a fourth time at this point? I don't even know. If I had made it again, the stream would have ended. The stream would have ended. Alright, I wrote off limits on that thing, but I feel like that's just not the move. Nobody has a placard on a door that just says off limits. Also, I'm not drawing the bottom of this. I do need to like close it, but I am not drawing the bottom of this just because I don't need to. It's never going to be printed. It's never going to be seen except for right here. Oh no, what did I do? I pressed every like button on my keyboard. And I opened Firefox in troubleshooting mode. Okay. Alright, we fill this with black, and this with black, and this with black. And that's it, right? Yeah. There's not a whole lot of details on him. Oh, there's one other spot that gets filled with black though. This. Not a whole lot of details that get drawn in here that isn't just like bone texture, I guess. So we're just gonna make you believe that this is all bone. I watched Whiplash last night. So when I think about bones, I think about how he goes, all right, bones, and then the trombones start playing. That's a good movie. It's a good movie. My Letterboxd review is that's the scariest Blumhouse film. I like that movie, man. I give it a 4.5. I try to be like very conservative about my 5s. Like 5s are reserved for like my top 10 films, you know. And I really thought about giving it a 5. I really did. But I don't think it's top 10 for me, but it is a very good movie and I love it. Some of my 5s. What are some of my 5s? Probably Blood In, Blood Out. That one's a 5. What else is a 5? I mean, like Hereditary is a 5, I think. I think it's a 5. Might be a 4.5. Might be a 4.5, but I think it's a 5. You know, that I could just pull it up right now. What is a 5 on my Letterboxd? And then we can talk about how wrong or right that is. Oh no, Predator Badlands ad? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Let's see my ratings. I have 9 5s. So really it is like essentially my top 10. Okay. I don't do that many reviews though. I've been trying to do more reviews because I don't really do what the hell? Oh, it just says it just tells me how many 5s I have. It doesn't tell me which ones are 5s. I'm old, man. I don't know how to use these apps no more, man. Here we go. I got it. Sort by highest rating. Oh, everything? Everywhere all at once. That was a 5. Maybe, you know, I could demote that one. I could demote it. I could. But it was a very good movie. I did really like that movie. Maybe it's not my top 10 films. Next one, 7. 7 is a 5. I think that one's solid. I wouldn't demote that one anytime soon. It's my wife's, or one of my wife's favorite movies too. Another 5, Alien, the original Alien. Love that movie. Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. Okay, really good movie. I love that movie. Another one, my favorite movie, Mulholland Drive. Okay. And I'll be the first to admit that I mostly get that movie. And I did not look into it. I did not look it up. I mostly get it. There's maybe like a couple things where I'm like, I don't understand this scene at all. And I'm just going to keep it that way. I'm happy with my own interpretation of it. And it's fun every time. I love watching that movie. Alright. Killing of a Sacred Deer. I think that one I could pull that one down. I could. To a 4.5. That one's not necessarily my top 10. But I do love that movie. It's a good movie. I heard Barry Keoghan's not a good guy anymore. I don't know why. He did something. This is not supposed to be on here either because YouTube will yell at me and call the police. But I don't know. As an actor, I thought it was pretty good, but we're supposed to hate him now or something. So fuck Barry Keoghan, man. He did a bad thing or something. Also, It Follows. So good. One of the only modern horror films that I thought was actually scary. And then obviously it's a bit of a metaphor, you know? And it's a very good one. It's a very good one. It's very well done. You know, the big tall guy coming out of the room. Oh man, one of the only like jump scares that I was like, this is done so well and is so good. Like, I hate jump scares. They don't typically get me. I think they're boring. And I think that they just prey on the idea that you're not paying enough attention. Or that you're easily surprised by loud noises or something. I think that's cheap as hell. I don't like it. It doesn't scare me. That jump scare is goated. I love that jump scare. It's very good. Another one, Green Room. Green Room was also scary. I thought that was terrifying. Who the hell wants to deal with Nazis? Oh, this should just say like I don't know if emergency exit will fit. But we're gonna change the font anyways. We want left here. Yeah. And then we'll figure it out. What else? I had, oh yeah, like I said, Blood in, Blood Out. I think it's the last one. That's my last 5. Blood in, Blood Out is probably the most, like, biased one. For sure. I'm willing to admit that and see that point. But it is really good. It's really good. I used to watch that all the time with my brother. And that is pretty crazy for a 4-hour film. It's a 4-hour film. So, okay. Let's get the color in here. Or the tone, I mean. The tone gotta get in here. Let's see what some of our 4.5s are. Because, I'm gonna choose a song, because... no, it's about to end. Who cares? Some of my 4.5s are... Parasite, Whiplash, Get Out, Midsummer. Hereditary is a 4.5. See, I'd put Hereditary above Killing of a Sacred Deer. And probably Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And probably even Get Out. I think Whiplash is also better than that, too. Honestly, you know, I think I've been convinced that I demote these real quick. To 4.5s. At least. You know, I don't know that I would put the other films I just talked about at 5. But I don't think those two need to be 5s. Yeah, Howl's Moving Castle is one of those as well. Memento. Memento is very good. I think there's been some films that have adopted that like backwards storytelling, and that's cool. That's cool. But Memento doing it, you know, I think it's a film from 2000, so it did pretty early. It was pretty good. So okay, so justification, really quick. Clockwork Orange is also a 4.5, but I read the book. And if you've only seen the film, I could totally understand the like ickiness behind people liking A Clockwork Orange, because the dude's a freak. He's a freak. Alex is a freak, and he's disgusting and gross. Okay. The book has like, I think it's 1 or 2 whole chapters after the last scene in the film. Okay, because the last scene in the film kind of lets it just be this thing where like he goes through all this stuff and he's like better, but he like kind of gets away with like doing all this stuff like scot-free and stuff. The book has like a better interpretation of like the people around him that are now still just as bad of people as they were before, like his friends and stuff. They cause all of this violence to Alex, who is now made physically sick at the acts of violence or seeing violence, so he can no longer commit violence. But it's basically it's a commentary on the idea that rehabilitating somebody in the form of like making them repulsed by violence isn't the solution. It's not the solution. It's not going to make the person better. In fact, it could make the person a lot worse, because you could only do this to one person, and so you've just like ruined this person's life. But it's a little bit of like the punch of like, this guy gets what he deserves because he committed all these heinous crimes, and now he's blabbering and crying about violence happening to him. But also it's kind of hinting at like how some of these like programs are just as violent to people. And because we're doing them to people who were violent before, some people justify them and like call it justice. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. I've had people that have committed violence towards myself and my family and been like, yeah, they deserve X and Y because they've done this. So I'm not pointing fingers to say like I have the answer and I'm righteous and know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't. But it is much more interesting in the book because more happens rather than just like leaving everything on the table and just being like, okay, well, he's repulsed by violence now. Yay. Like, no, the book is actually... I have no idea why he removed the final chapter. It makes no sense to me. In the film. So if you hate Clockwork Orange because of the film, I think you are 100% justified. It makes sense. I think it's kind of cringe to be into the film heavily, but the book is a little bit different. It poses a few more questions that don't necessarily have answers. And it tells a different story than what you're seeing, because the ending is just that different. And I don't want to like say too much because I've been like avoiding spoilers, but I guess it is an old book, but I don't care, man. Like, I'm not gonna just go right out and tell you what the end of the book is. Go read it. Go read it. I'm also not here to interpret it for you. What else do I got? The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse. I went on a real big tangent about Clockwork Orange, man. I just, you know, that the film does ruin it a little bit, but it's only because it's an unfinished film, in my opinion. It's unfinished. Perfect Blue. Perfect Blue. I love that movie. I love that movie. That's so good. That's so good. That reminds me, I don't know if I have Paprika on my light box, but if I don't, I should, because Paprika might be a 5-star, man. At least 4.5, but it could be a 5-star. I haven't seen it in a minute. Paprika's a good movie, man. What do we got here? What is the text? Cool. We're done here. We're done here. Turn that one off. What do we got? What do we got? That's our page. That's our page. It's done. We got a page done. Now we got all these. We got all these. I'm gonna hit save because I've not saved this whole time. And I'm gonna take a quick sip. Alright, next 4.5. Shrek 2. Oh yeah, Shrek 2. That's a 4.5 right there, baby. Goated sequel, man, and also on the PS2, goat game. So good. Shrek 2 on the PS2 is so good, man. I loved that game. It was so good. Alright, I think we need 5 layers for this. 4 layers? 4 layers. We need like the speed lines or the action lines. We need the details. We need Z in the cell and the background. Cool. Next, The Witch. The Witch. I haven't seen that one in a minute. Yeah, The Witch. This one might be a little controversial. 28 years later, which now that I think about it, I really liked it when I saw it. I know some people were like, I'm not into it or whatever, and that's fine. That's fine. But I liked it. I liked what they did because I feel like there's only so much that you can do to have that franchise like be interesting and good, like moving forward. And I think they did a pretty good job of just kind of making it a story about a small family, because it kind of gives the what is it, it's like the Walking Dead problem, right? Because like The Walking Dead was great in the beginning, because what's good about the storytelling is that the very beginning of a zombie outbreak is just a gold mine for storytelling. But like when you get years into it, it starts becoming a little less interesting, because then it starts turning into like pioneer life, you know? It starts becoming like being pilgrims, and like we're farming and we're trying to keep our really small society alive and stuff. And I think they have a little bit of that in 28 Years Later, but they take an interesting turn because they don't focus on that so much. They focus on the the few times that they go outside of these like walls, or I guess like outside of the water. And it's an interesting way for it to like not always be accessible. And like I did notice that like they do like Disneyify it a little bit in the big moments and stuff. But like I didn't really mind it that much. I thought it was okay. What else? Spider-Man 3. Yeah, you heard that one right. No justification needed. The Royal Tenenbaums. I've not seen a lot of Wes Anderson films, but I do like the ones that I've seen. And I also like, I don't like them in the whole pretentious way. Like, yeah, they're a little stylish and stuff, but like, I just think they're fun movies to watch. That's it. I don't think that like they're all that deep, or that like I'm just staring at the cinematography and being like, oh, what a genius movie. I'm just like, it's fun to watch, man. It's fun to watch. The jokes are a little stupid and silly, and I can like not think too hard about it and just look at something pretty and laugh here and there. That's it. Late Night with the Devil. That's another. I feel like so like I love a good horror film. There's just not many. There's just not a lot. So there are a lot of horror films in like my top section. This is too much. What am I doing? This looks like crap. So the top of my list does have a good amount of horror films up there. And then the middle part of my list has like not a lot of horror films. And then the bottom, like the ratings of like the 0.5 to like 2 is just filled with horror films. It's just filled with like every horror film you've ever seen, ever heard of. That's in my like bottom, like worst of the worst films. And I think that's just like, horror films don't have to be good to make a lot of money. They just don't have to be good to make a lot of money. And I did it again a little bit, man. I just kept drawing the same triangle over and over again, like the same size. Maybe not that crazy, right? I don't know why I'm struggling with this a little bit. There we go. We're good. We'll just leave it there. Yeah, horror films just don't have to be good to make money, man. People will just go and throw money at it anyways. And that's a shame, man. Like, we should have some standards, man. You know, I think that's why horror just gets so disrespected in the cinematography scene, you know, because, or not cinematography, what am I saying? The, like, cinema scene in general. Like, people just don't respect horror because horror fans don't respect themselves very much, and neither do the horror films themselves. They don't respect themselves. They just have no respect for themselves. They will accept anything thrown on their plate and be totally happy with it. And I will die on that hill, man. I will die on that hill. I'm sorry. And I say this as somebody who loves a good horror film. And I can get into like a campy horror film I'm not above it, okay? But like, we also can't look at a campy horror film and then just be like, that was a good movie. Like, I'm sorry, you can't. You gotta look at it and be like, that was bad, and I had fun watching it because it was bad. That's it. That's all, man. That's all. You know, we have freaking higher standards for superhero movies, man. You know, it's like we gotta show ourselves some respect as horror fans, man. Anyways, Uncle Rant over. Next is Godzilla -1. That's a very good movie. I like that one a lot. This is not looking the way. I think I just need to draw it like I don't care as much. Because I'm overthinking it. And then I'll just like fix it. What else? Bring Her Back. Bring Her Back was a good horror film. And like that one, I would never put that one in my like top 10. That's never going in there, but it's a good one for people who like some fucked up horror shit. Because it is fucked up horror shit. It just like, it doesn't really make all that much sense story-wise. And it doesn't say anything too profound. But it is tragic. It's just a tragic story. And, you know, like horror films, it asks you to suspend your disbelief a little bit. Which I don't mind. I don't mind at all. You know, that's to be expected with horror. I gotta change what I did here because it doesn't look right. There we go. There we go. This should be good enough. Oh man. I got Akira. Akira is next. I love that one, man. So beautifully animated. The guy who... I mean, I talked about this in a short. But the guy who made the manga also directed it. And, like, big respect for that, man. For, like, really holding on to your vision. And making it come to life. And then, like, killing it, man. Really killing it. Because... some of the old anime is just as good as the manga, man. Some of it is just as good as the manga, but that's kind of, you know, it's like that with just about everything, like not just the anime. Like people are like, oh, the book is better than the movie. You know, that's the typical trope. You know, people get tired of that, but it is true. Like, usually the book is better because they have an unlimited amount of time to tell you the story and to get the pacing right. So most of the time, that is true. But, you know, it's the exception when the... Okay, I gotta cut this one short. It's too long, huh? It's the exception to the rule when it's... just as good as the book or better. And Akira is just as good, man. It's just as good. So big props to that. But yeah, I think a big part of that is because, you know, he directed it, man. He directed his own manga turning into a anime. So yeah, I think that's cool. And I liked it a lot. Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods. That's 4.5. And it's only 4.5 on first watch. It is still a bit campy, and when you know what's gonna happen, then you know it's not as good, but it's got just as good of a. It's got really good writing to have you not know what the hell is happening. And then, like, if you know what's going on, then you're like, yeah. I know what's going on. It's not that big a deal. So, yeah, you know, take that how you will. Take that how you will. But I did really, really enjoy the first time I saw it. And then the second time I saw it, I still liked it. I didn't hate it or anything, but you know, some of that charm is gone. It's like when you beat your favorite game and then you're like, crap, now the next time I play it, you know, it'd still be fun, but it's, I don't get to experience it for the first time ever again, you know? And so that's one of the good ones, like, if you could wipe your memory and experience something for the first time again, that's a good one, man, that's a good one. Alright, what else we got? Sorry to Bother You. Sorry to Bother You is also kind of the same thing. It's a little goofy, but I loved it the first time I saw it, man. I haven't seen it a second time, but I feel like it can't be... Surely it cannot be that good on second watch. This doesn't feel right. There we go. I think that's okay. The first Terrifier. I might pull that one down a little bit. I know people love Terrifier. People love Terrifier. I loved Terrifier. But I don't know. I saw it again. And I did kind of think that it was kind of sucking, dude. I thought it was kind of sucking. And not as good as I remember. You know, I think it was just fun to have another mediocrely good slasher, because we have been just so deprived of that. And it's like when you've been in the desert starving and you haven't had any water or food, and you have that cracker, you have that like regular ass saltine cracker, and you're like, this is the best cracker I've ever had in my life. Like, is this gourmet? Like, what is this? It's just a regular cracker, man. You just haven't had any food for like the past 48 hours. You've been eating sand. So I don't know, man. I gave it a 4.5 when I saw it, but I saw it not that long ago, and the second one too, and I thought, it's not up there with these champs, dude, at 4.5. It's really not, man. It's really not. So, I don't know. Not demoting it right now, but I might, man, I might. Hellraiser, another goated horror film. The original. Oh, I can't be doing all that. What am I doing? I need to get on the details. Yeah, Hellraiser's so good. It's got some very quotable moments in it. It's like real disgusting and degenerate in the way you want a good horror film to be. I love it, man. I love it. Don't have... Some of the other ones are not as good. Definitely not. But first one is a classic, man. The first one's a classic. Yeah, Clive Barker, man. Clive Barker really is he's a goat, man. He's a goat. Fantastic Planet. Fantastic Planet's also very good. Damn. Why am I so tired? I've been feeling it. Also, some point soon, Auntie Basement's gonna walk through that front door. I'm gonna take a quick break. But Fantastic Planet, yeah, great animated film, great foreign film. Took me forever to watch it. I probably watched it over the course of like a month, just because it was hard to find. And then I'd find it and I'd start watching it, and then I'd have to put it down for a little bit, and then I'd come back and then it would be gone from wherever it was that I was watching it, man. So yeah, Fantastic Planet though was definitely worth jumping through all those hoops just to watch it. What else? Pontypool. Pontypool, man. I love Pontypool. It is such a fun zombie movie. And it's a horror film that maybe it's a little bit more popular now. But I remember when like streaming wasn't really a thing. Nobody knew about this movie. And I think people still don't know about it generally. But it's a zombie film that takes place in one room. It takes place in a radio station, right? So you have the people that like are the hosts of the radio station. That's who you're kind of following, and so you're getting the zombie outbreak news the same way that a radio station would, because they're getting the calls and stuff and they're trying to broadcast and tell people about it. But it's going crazy. All right, quick break. I'll be back. Okay. I'm back. Might have to step away briefly for a few of the things later. Or maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. But, where was I? Pontypool. Sick-ass movie, man. In one room, right? It takes place in one room, these radio station people. And I won't spoil the twist on it, because there is a good twist on this zombie movie. But it's not the typical zombie. What's happening? That's happening. But Really fun to watch. My lights are flickering in a weird way. That was weird. That was so weird. Ah! So Pontypool. Next, Stand and Deliver. Stand and Deliver. The film that follows that math teacher, Mr. Escalante. What do they call him? Kimosabe or something? I don't know. Something like that, man. But yeah, because they call him Chemo. They call him Chemo. Let's see if we can get this line in. Yeah. Trying to get it perfectly straight here. Alright. Yeah, Stand and Deliver is a classic, man. It's a classic. Let's see what else I got. I gotta scroll a little bit. Okay, so I haven't seen this movie in a long time. It's been a long time. I saw it with my mom. But Under the Same Moon? Under the Same Moon? It could have just been, you know, in my feels and loving my mom or whatever, but it's a good movie. It's a good movie. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have to move everything over to the right a little bit. I think it's the right move because it doesn't look centered. Oh no, it's not right. I can kind of tell if it's straight line because it's really hard to tell. Maybe if I zoom in, you can see these lines. They start to like become like segmented, smaller straight lines, and eventually, if you move it over enough, it'll just become one perfect straight line. Yeah, I feel like it's easier to see on longer lines. So here it becomes like 2 lines, right? And then 1 line. And then I moved it at the last second, so like, whatever. Nobody will notice. Well, I guess let me just finish adding the details and then I can scoot it over. That's probably the move. No. Okay. Gotta add the little bits on the finger too. And does the door handle go on this? No, the door handle goes on this layer because it does need a different tone. It's kind of what defines whether or not I put it on the details layer or if I put it on a one of the layers with the word line at the end of it. Is literally just like, does it require a new tone? So like I'm about to segment this here on the details layer, but it doesn't require a new tone. That's why it's going there. I think maybe just some little like bits of the details in the hair, and I think we've got most of it. Yeah. The only other thing is just filling these with black. And that's good enough. I think it's, yeah, that was my last 4.5. So enough movie talk. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just select all of these and then just move it where I want it. Cool. I'm gonna get rid of these details. I'm gonna put in the tone. Pants are the darkest parts. And I think probably just this part of the mouth. Yeah. Yeah, we're good with just that, I think. Man, a little bit tired. I've been tired the last few days. Just a lot been going on. I've already talked about it, but mostly just the the Halloween holidays and stuff. Mostly it. Alright, we're gonna get the hair here. Ugh, some of this gets a little annoying with the magic wand tool. It's a little hard to tell what does get selected and what doesn't. I think we got most of it here. Let's expand a little bit and then just give it a shot. We'll put 80 on there. See how that looks. Oh, I mean, that's what I normally do, so it should be fine. Let's see. It's about to be 4 o'clock. So the next page is only 3 panels. One of them's a little bit big and detailed. But I think like just doing a stream, I won't be streaming tomorrow. But I probably will be streaming Tuesday, if not Wednesday. Well, no, Tuesday I have, oh man, so many random like appointments and stuff. It might just have to be Wednesday, which I don't like. But I will try for Tuesday. I will try. Oops, didn't mean to do that. It's also tough to just like stream every day and not have much to talk about. I feel like I had a lot to talk about, and I kind of ran through everything. I ran through everything already. I imagine too, like as you grow too, like the presence of an audience makes that a little bit easier, you know? Because you know, for the small times where I have somebody to respond to, like sometimes that just carries the conversation, you know. It's that whole thing about like when you talk to somebody else and only one person is carrying the conversation, it's a little harder, like that conversation's not as fulfilling. But it doesn't matter when you're streaming because you gotta just keep talking. You just gotta keep talking. That's the name of the game. But oh, I forgot his eyes. The if I do stream on Tuesday, it definitely won't be at the regular time. It might have to be like late or something. And there's like a little line right here. Yeah. Alright, let's get the door. We don't need to expand, I don't think. Door can be light. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you just need life experience out, you know, talking, seeing some stuff, or at least reading the news a little bit. Will help you just talk about stuff, you know. That's all. That's all. I also don't think I need to expand this one. Anyways, what I was gonna say was that I think I'll probably finish this panel, and that's a good stopping point. Because if not, I'll start working on the 6 below or the 7 below, which is quite a bit, and then I'll never stop until they're all done, and that will take a long time. That'll add like 4 hours of work at least. Wait, what's going on here? Why is this selected? Is it? It is. Why? That's so weird. I guess I could just deselect it. Maybe the line is too thin or something. Yeah, we'll do this. Oh shit, okay. Oof. I hate having to do that. It just requires so much focus. Alright, and then actually let's use a textured one just to make it look a little different, and we'll bring it down. And then bring the details back in. I need speed lines. So I think, oops, I didn't mean that. Nope. Nope. That's good. I like that. And then take this layer, delete it, and paste it there. And then we can add the halftones. Start here. A fairly easy one. I guess it's gonna go on here too. Oh, I should have been using a bigger brush for this section. But I'm committed now. Okay. It's been nice since I swapped over to using these halftone brushes. Because what I was doing before is just, and I still do this sometimes, but only if I want it to look like a really detailed panel, is the like manual cross hatching. And that can get really tiresome. Like I love it for a panel or two, especially close-ups. But when you're doing that in like every single panel, oh my god. Like my hand, I remember beginning of this year, like my hand would really hurt if I drew for like 3 hours. And it was only because I was using that cross-hatching method. Because you're just like drawing the same straight lines over and over and over again. And then when you're done, you draw them again, but in the other direction. Did I not fill this in? I didn't fill this in. It's supposed to be black. There we go. Okay. All right. Just gotta get this hand and the face, and then I think that's it. It also makes the process of adding tones a little less confusing because I can take something like the door handle here and I don't have to split it into different tones. I can just add a half tone instead. So a little less brain power on my end, and I don't have a lot to spare, so. Okay. Alright, alright. Oh, I didn't draw the lapel. I need the lapel in there. Oh, that one's not the right size. There we go. That's better. Get these pants the right way. And then these are kind of going in the back. So I'm gonna need this scratched out half-tone look. Alright, I think it's about it. And now, last but not least, the face. I'm just gonna fill this in and erase it later. Okay, so that pretty much is about the equivalent of one whole page done today. I've done 2 separate pages though, but I mean this right here, whoops, this one's big enough that it kind of fits the 2 there. So all that's left is just the text. What does it say? That's the wrong layer. Okay, that's easy. And then we'll just take that Arial bold, left aligned. You just gotta bring it down. Yeah, that's good. This one will just essentially say the same thing, but larger. But this one is center aligned. Okay. There's a small problem with that though. Can I mask it? Yeah. The hair needs to not be covered by it. That's the main issue. Cool. And then we get his line in here. This one's probably gonna be like 3 times the size. So like 48 or something. Yeah. We'll bring this down here and get rid of that. What is this? Why is there a half tone line? All the way over there. What is happening? What did I do? It might have been when I swapped my tab over or something, or try to move with like the hand tool. I don't know. It's not a big deal. Here we go. Alright. Oh, that was almost perfect. And then I just like... You know, maybe if I like didn't suck, this would be easy. Look at that. Cool. Now we want this one to be a little bit more angular. I'm also gonna bold it. And that's pretty much it. That's it for this one. I guess it's not been too long of a stream, right? Where's my uptime? I always forget where it is. 2 hours. 2 hours, not that bad. I can afford the small facial tone here then. See, I felt like his face was not popping out the way I wanted it to. Cool. Alright. I say that like I'm done, but I'm not done. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And then we get the gums a little bit. And the top of the teeth. And kind of establish where the chin and lips are. Cool. Almost done now. And then I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm free. I've worked my daily hours. Cool. I guess this should kind of go like this too. Cool. Alright, that's good for now. That's good for now. Alright, so no stream tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday. But definitely Wednesday. Definitely Wednesday. I just don't want to. Hi, Katie. I just don't want to spend too much time away from drawing this because I do want to finish it. I do want to get it done and work on it, but you know, life gets in the way a little bit, just a little bit. But good progress, good progress. I guess kind of gives a sense of the pacing of how long it takes me to do some of this stuff. A little bit, because you can kind of see like this is what I got done in 2 hours. It's about 3 panels. None of them very complicated at all. They're all fairly easy ones. The next 7 panels, fairly small, not very complicated either. This is just drawing different characters. And the next 3 that follow will be a little bit harder than that. So the next page, the whole next page is going to be more complicated. There'll be a little bit more action going on. So definitely get an understanding of like how long some of those take. And I mean, if you saw the last stream where I worked on this top left panel on the left page, that one took a long time actually. It took quite a while. So like some of those, and even this one's not all that detailed. It's not crazy either. But yeah, some of those take a lot longer. But looking better than my original. So that's the benchmark that I want to make sure I'm always hitting. So thanks for popping in. If you're watching the VOD, thank you. There's stuff over there to follow or something. I don't know who wrote that. But yep, I will probably do another one on Wednesday at the very least. So thanks for hanging out. See you.